So once again the weekend's upon us, and it's time to go exploring. Now there's no games on in Sisaket this weekend, both teams are away, so it's time to really get into action. Ubon are also away, but it's in Ubon that I find myself now. I've caught a minibus through from Canterlum, and a nice lady here in the bus terminal has sorted me out for a bus ride to Yasoton. 116 baht, it's going to be 90 minutes the journey. There's a bus going very soon at 12:30, and the lady's also been kind enough to sort me out the times for the journey back. With a 3:30 kick-off, the last bus back is at 6:20, which works out very well, especially as I don't know whether the Grab or Bolt work up in that neck of the woods. So, all set for a game at Yasoton, a place I've not been to yet. Let's see what happens. So I've reached my destination, just gone 2 o'clock to be fair. The bus time was right. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any tuk-tuks or taxis here. There are motorcycle taxis, but there's more chance of Buriram Zona appearing in stand-up at the comedy store than me getting on one of those. And Grab and Bolt aren't working. So anyway, that's the museum out of the way. I won't be able to do that today. It's a shame, it looked very interesting. The Frog and Snake Museum on the river. Never mind, that's for another day. We're here for football. So now, I've got a walk of around 55 minutes. And I have to report it's quite warm. Right, well it looks as though I've arrived at the province stadium of Yasoton. Quite a walk, and it has been very warm. Just talking to a guy around the corner there at the petrol station, he was astonished I'd walked that far. Doesn't know me very well, obviously. So today, Yasoton, we come into the game. They lost 4-0 their opening day at Surin City, and then lost 3-0 at home last week to last season's Northeast champions Marsarakum. They'll be hoping for greater fortunes today, obviously. And their opponents, they must think I'm stalking them. It's my old friends at Rasisalai United, who started their league season with a 4-1 win against Surin Kunchi Mall, and then followed it up last week with a 0-0 in the Sisaket derby against Sisaket United. So we'll see what today has in store. It looks a nice place, I must admit. And Yasoton, famous for the Frog Museum, and then quite a bustling little town centre. It looks like after dark it'll be relatively busy. I came through where a night market will be. I get the impression there's not many Farangs ever pass through, judging by the curiosity and the amount of people who wanted to speak to me. Lots of smiles as ever in this part of the world, which is always nice. And there's a Tuandang nightclub here, so obviously enjoy a bit of fun after dark, but that'll be for another day. After the game I've got greater matters in hand, like trying to get back to the bus station in time for my service to Ubon. Or it could be an interesting evening and some explaining to do when I get home. Yasoton is home of the Bonfire rocket festivals that take place around the rainy season each year. Very popular around Isan, this part of Isan anyway. And therefore the club football team is nicknamed the Rockets. Let's see if they've got any power in them today. So anybody coming to a game here, first of all, I don't know if it's regular, but the good news is it's free admission today. Very welcome. It's a good idea to have your own transport, as I am quickly learning. And an unusual feature, there's only 3 floodlight pylons. There's one missing on the far side, hence the afternoon kick-offs, I guess. And the other thing that's intriguing to me, before COVID I did do some research. Yes, listeners, believe it or not, we do. And the crowds were upwards of 400 before COVID, and they've completely nosedived since. Anybody got any ideas? Please shout. So out come the teams, and I must admit I have taken quite a fancy to the Yasoton home kit, the pink and sky blue, for sale for only 399 baht. Great value. So we have plenty of goals this afternoon and no controversy. I don't know where they got the recording of the King's Anthem from here at the stadium, but I was looking all over for a brass band. It was like Brighouse and Rastrick playing. Oh, it took me back to Brastoff. What a tremendous version. If everyone played that, it'd be heart-lifting. Just gone the halfway mark in the first half here, Dale. 1-0 Rasisalai. The visitors had taken the lead, a corner, the keeper came out flat. Skipper number 30, Rose, his head plonked against the post, came back out and he nodded in the rebound himself. So Yasoton 0, Rasisalai United 1, on what has to be said is a very difficult playing surface. They've obviously had a lot of rain in these parts. Well, it should have been 2-0 to the visitors, Dale. The keeper's pulled off a great save with his legs. Ball laid back. Number 7, good chance. Should have made no mistake, really. Oh, and a horrendous error at the back. Just stick with it, Dale. See if the defence can clear it. They are creating problems for themselves, Yasoton, this afternoon. You should probably hear the drummers here from Rasisalai, and as tuneless as ever. They really are shocking. The team, meanwhile, still on the... free kick right on the edge. The biggest relief to me is that the massive storm seems to have passed over the far side. You might be able to see on the video later, there's a big rainbow on the horizon. If that lands, I'm in real bother. Still 1-0 to the visitors. Well, things you didn't see coming, Dale. It's 1 each, right on the stroke of half time. We're in stoppage time. A cross came in, glancing at it from the number 7 from the horse. It looks as though Yasoton are going to go in level at the break. Oh, and I know you'll enjoy that, Dale. They just posed for a photo after scoring. 1 each. Yeah, it's all about the timing. That was the last action of the half. 1 each. The tides go in. Be interesting to see what the coaches say to the sides, because Rasisalai were controlling that game, but that goal has changed everything. 1 each at the break. We're about 10 minutes into the second half, Dale, and Rasisalai in the ascendancy once again. Just a thought, referees do get a lot of criticism. Would help an awful lot if the players didn't act and roll around. Some real world of sport wrestling stuff out there with the acting that's going on. Well, the Rasisalai players are losing the rag with the referee. Going to book one for dissent. They're all arguing. The coach kicked a bottle onto the pitch. Not doing them any favours. Still 1 each. Well, let's change the game, I wonder. The Yasoton keeper's having to come off injured. What was going on in his place? I'll be kind and say he's got a high water retention. And he's not very tall. This could be interesting. Well, the hosts now to make it hard for themselves. Number 10 with a shocking challenge. Second yellow card, he's on his way. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on, but it should be no arguments. The ref made the right decision. So, Yasoton down to 10. What will happen for the rest of the game? We're about halfway through the second half. Yeah, slight correction. It was a number 20 who got sent off for Yasoton. They brought a number 10 on, and he's like a bull in a china shop. He's getting the crowd going. Not a lot of finesse. Not the same finesse as some of the bonfire from the showground across the way there behind the goal. But he's getting the crowd going and he's getting his teammates enthused. It's great stuff. Well, we're getting towards the end of the game, Dale, and I'm having to use my initiative a little bit because time's going to be really tight for me to catch that bus back to Ubon. And I missed that I am in bother. Interesting to see how many people are behind the goal outside the ground, even though it's free admission, because of course they've got their motors there, having their own little tailgate parties with booze because there's none round the other side. And I have to say, Yasoton have made a really good fist of this. They've really put their effort in, and they probably deserve a draw. We'll see how it goes last couple of minutes. I don't believe it! The place is going bonkers! The 10 men! The big fella! He's latched onto a through ball, chipped the keeper and it's rolled in! The crowd are going crazy! 2-1! Yasoton! Full time! 2-1! Yasoton! A full report if I make the bus. So I made it. I didn't know that these nearly 58-year-old legs could do it at such a pace. I'm actually waiting for the bus. And you know, when you sometimes go out, some of you, and think, well, should I or shouldn't I? The answer's always yes. Do it. Enjoy it. Yeah, it was a good game, and I was pleased with the result, basically because Yasoton not as technically gifted or as good a side as Rasisalai, but they're stuck at it, and send the fans home happy like that. Last minute goal when you're down to 10 men, something special. So yeah, really enjoyable, as long as this bus arrives reasonably promptly, because I've got a train to connect with at Ubon, and as long as that's running to time. There's still adventure ahead yet, but yeah, it's been a fantastic day out. Recommend anyone gives it a go. Go out and watch some football. You never know what'll happen.